Hello everyone. So for today's craft, we need some gift wrapping paper where we will fold the paper first into a rectangle and then diagonally and then fold it in to make a conical shape, but then fold it inwards as well. Cut off the edges and through this stick in some chart paper and then bend the bottom to make it look like an umbrella. For our next craft, take some gift wrapping paper and cut it into squares. Fold the squares over into a diamond shape and then fold it over in order to make two diamonds on either side of it. Fold over the edges and make sure it's set put. Now fold this over into half and then cut off one of the edges and fold it inwards to make it look like petals. Stick 5 of them together to make a flower. Repeat as necessary. Now for our next craft, take a green sheet of paper and then fold it into 2 squares. Then fold it backwards and then fold this as well. Only fold in 2 sides and then fold over the longer sides, following which you remove the folded part from the other side. Now take another rectangular sheet of paper and fold it over, making it into the shape of a fan. Now stick it under the folded portions of the initial strip of paper, add some eyes and then a little tongue. For our next craft, take some gift wrapping paper and then fold it over first straight down to make a rectangle and then diagonally on either side. Now fold it over and make a diamond shape and then invert it onto the other side and make a somewhat conical shape where you will fold it over inwards. Repeat this step once more on the other side to make a narrower diamond-like shape on the initial first side. This should result in many frills-like shapes later in your art piece. So once you are done with this, fold over one of the edges and then fold it over onto the other side. This will add more volume and more foldings to your sheet. This way you can open it up and then fold it over to make a head, and this will give you a bird. For our next craft, once again fold over the paper diagonally and then rectangularly as well. Once you are done with that, fold over all of the edges on either side of the paper, leaving it in the oblong shape as shown. Once again fold it over to make it more narrow and you have yourself a basket. For our next craft, take a yellow strip of paper and then roll it over, make it into a sort of knot without really tearing the paper. Now, fold it in the pattern that it has already created until the paper exhausts itself. Once you are done, stick the edges or insert it under when you are done. Once you are done with this, puff up the edges and you have yourself many little stars. Repeat this with other colors as well. For our next craft, take a sheet of paper, that is once again gift wrapping paper, and make oblong lines as well as diagonal and rectangular lines. Fold it into half as shown above and then fold over the corners and the edges as well. Next, fold over the paper downwards while the edges are folded and then fold over the insides. Insert your edges into the inside corners that you have folded. Repeat the same on the other side and then bend over the page and then insert the other side as well. You should have a house-like looking shape. Once you do this, twist over the center and you have a rose. Next, take a craft paper and then fold it over into half. Then, reverse the paper and make it look like the roof of a house. Fold in the bottom strip but then remove one edge of it and then fold it inwards again. You will have a heart shape. Next, take a white sheet of paper and fold over the edges. Proceed to fold over the long sides of it in order to make a fan-like shape out of it. Stick 2 of the edges together and open it out. Thank you for watching.